Not everyone wants to look like an IG baddie. And honestly, not everyone's face can carry that look anyways. Honestly, most people don't understand that Instagram makeup was built for cameras, filters, and very, very intense lighting. That makeup caters to angles, filters, and online presence. And nothing's really wrong with that. The only issue is you have to step outside at some point. And quite frankly, not everyone's face can carry that level of intensity. Things like contrast, soft features, and hard features. And let me be careful with that word because a lot of you guys think I'm talking about bigger features, but I'm talking about angular features. Features that have more angles, less roundness, less dimension, cannot handle that type of intensity when it comes to makeup. This is why a lot of you sometimes will be like, I have a high contrast, so why doesn't the makeup still look right on me? And that's because you probably have softer features, rounder features, features with less dimension. And you guys know one of my favorite concealers is Tear. Love this. It gives just the right amount of concealing under the eye and brightening under eye. Not too much for me. I don't like too much brightening because it starts to look a little flat. But yes, so I've been using this, love it, which gives you less dimension to work with. That means things that try to add too much heavy contour will end up just looking like a muddy streak or just something placed on the face instead of something that is a part of the face. So being intentional with how much makeup you're using as well as the saturation. A lot of times the issue isn't even the amount of makeup, it's also saturation. And some features can hold a good amount of structure and then some can't. There's nothing wrong with your look, there's nothing wrong with your face, it's just what it is. Like I said, that makeup was not made for real life. Once you understand what cameras do and what pictures do, you'll understand why this makeup was created. When a picture is taken of somebody, a lot of the dimensions of the natural face are taken out of the face because that is a two-dimensional picture. That is not a three-dimensional human. So a lot of the times the makeup has to be more intense, higher contrast, or bigger or bolder just to show up how a photographer or someone would want to show up on the imagery. Same with filters, same with trying to get an aesthetic online. Unfortunately, this comes with having a aesthetic online, is you sometimes have to overcreate, and that doesn't always look good in real life. I hate comparing the two, but for me it personally just makes sense to compare the two. But I feel like today's modern glam makeup is a less intense version of drag makeup, and there's nothing wrong with drag makeup. I love drag makeup. I think it's a beautiful form of artistry. I think it is very entertaining, but trying to pull that into reality and pull that into real everyday makeup, I personally think is kind of problematic. Not that it's not beautiful, not that it doesn't have its own type of artistry, but now we have distorted thoughts about beauty. And before I forget, I'm always forgetting to tell you guys the products I'm using. Today's foundation is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Glow Booster. I love this when I'm trying to look very glowy and youthful and just healthy and moisturized. This is one of my favorite foundations ever. And then for my contour, I'm using Espresso Vanish by Hourglass. For my blush, I'm going to also be using the Sachu I Am Bold blush. I really love Sachu's products. It's like pigmented, but not in a way that's like chalky or like makes the dimensions of the face disappear. It's like in a way where you get color, but you can still see the skin under the color, if that makes sense. It looks very photorealistic. Oftentimes, you guys think it's about skill when it's actually about suitability. Oftentimes you guys think it's about skill when it's actually about suitability. What's suitable for one's face and what aesthetic fits what environment? I would be lying if I said I didn't like the aesthetic of this makeup. I think it's beautiful, but I also know there's a time and a place for this makeup. And the environments that this makeup would fit in is nightclubs, Instagram pictures, only for pictures, environments where it's very heavy lighting. Maybe the lighting's changing quite often, so you need to get something that's going to show up even when you take pictures or even in that heavy lighting, which are like nightclubs, honestly. Like, if we're being real, nightclubs, dim bars, things like that. And blush is one of those things that can throw off a look so very fast, especially if it's not placed with intention. And a lot of the times you guys aren't bad at makeup. Your placement is just off for your face. I have tons of videos on here that talk about face shapes, blush placements, contrast. So if you want to check out any of those other videos, I have them up. But yes, something as subtle as blush placement can really change how the look is read and how your face holds attention. Do something with the eyes now. And for my eyes, I got some new eyeshadow creams. We're doing creams with eyeshadow today. And this is also Saatchi. I love Saatchi products. I think they just give realistic real bad. We're gonna use this brown as our base color, and I think it's really pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. I love Saatchi. Wow, amazing. Express yourself. I think this is meant to be like a cool espresso brown. Very lovely. What we're aiming for is a glam look that is actually tasteful. I did a very glam look here in these side by sides, but I want to show you guys it does not have to be. Then I'm going in with, this is eyeshadow. This is another one, and this is a glitter from Saatchi. And glitter can be very tasteful depending on how we don't want something overly attention grabbing, but if you want to add a bit of shine to the eye, depending on your environment, where you're going, what you're doing, that is okay. I don't necessarily hate black eyeliner, but depending on your contrast, black eyeliner can really look a lot. Like, I can hold black eyeliner, preferably though I like a deep rich brown, and I like to go in with it as a eyeliner. And then when it comes to eyes, I know a lot of people want to do a lot, but you don't need to do a lot. Their eyes, they kind of draw their own attention in general, so just doing things that complement the eyes will always be a plus. Things like lashes really can take a look from being really tasteful to not very quickly, just because they add a level of attention that is obnoxious. Real life beauty always reads differently than Instagram beauty. Easier for someone to just think you're a person online when you are someone who indulges in Instagram beauty, because everyone looks like that. Every girl you see on Instagram, every beautiful girl, every Instagram baddie looks the same aesthetically, not in general, aesthetically. So it makes it easier to see you as less human, I feel like, personally. We're gonna use a targeted setting method, and this is for my girlies who may want to have a luminous look, but they find it hard to keep their skin looking luminous when they set their makeup. It's easier when you target it, and there's a method to it where you're placing it directly where you want to set. I'm using, for my setting powder, I'm using Laura Mercier, and this is in Translucent Honey. So applying your powder like this, your setting powder, really allows for you to keep the luminous look in your makeup while setting the parts of your face that you want to set, and keep the luminous, youthful, glowing skin kind of look. In real life, people see texture, movement, and balance. Perfection is a concept, so don't strive for it. Sure to look like an Instagram baddie just creates confusion around beauty and what is beautiful. I'm going to be using a Tom Ford lip color, and this is Casablanca. It is a pink, similar to what I used, but with a different finish. That you keep trying to fix something that was never meant for you in the first place. The only two different products is really the Statue and then my lip color. I used the Tom Ford Casablanca, and then these were the eyeshadows I used, and I took away the big lash. But structurally, the products I used were kind of the same. It's just the difference here is taste. I hate to say it, unfortunately. This is for real life. I wanted to do a glam look to show you that glam can still be tasteful and wearable and everyday. It doesn't necessarily have to be the huge lashes and the super dark eyeliner and the super sharp eyeliner. You could add a bit of sparkle, shimmer, and things like that. Play up the eyes and still look like a person. So yeah, I absolutely love this look. It's very pretty. It's very fun. In real life, more makeup doesn't make you look better. Taste does. Alrighty, my loves. Until next time. Love you. Bye.